The Beatles, Bob Dylan, Elvis Presley. Do you know what the three have in common? I mean, you probably didn't have to guess very hard, but if you guessed music, then you're right. And you could probably tell already, but music is today's prompt. Welcome to day 5 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. So, back to the Beatles, Bob, and Elvis. Did you know, back in 2010, Rolling Stone published an issue that said that these 3 artists were the top amongst 100 greatest artists of all time. Isn't that crazy? Of all time. Of course, there's you and me who probably has music as a hobby, but still, and maybe we're not full-time musicians or anything, but over thousands of years of civilization, there's gotta be millions, if not billions of musicians, and somehow they made a list of just the top 100. If that's not love and adoration from their fans for their craft, I don't know what is. I mean, hey, we can't discount the fact that maybe the list has changed a bit in the past 16 years, and maybe there's an artist you think that should go in the top 3 instead. There's no doubt that these 100 artists are legends, icons, rock stars, and idols. So what am I drawing today? I'm drawing 2 characters from our webcomic who are idols. Their names are Hanae and Hikaru, and they form the idol unit Hibana. I was inspired by music photo shoots, and even though it's not really complicated, I think it works. I thought I drew a pretty interesting pose for the 2 of them to share the screen together, but looking at it now, you can see Hanae, the girl, much more clearly since she's front and center, but Hikaru, the boy, is blocked a bit and you can only see his backside, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe next time I have a chance to draw them together, we can switch it up a bit so you can see what he wears. Anyways, as I'm drawing this, of course, I'm listening to music myself the whole time. Jay and I are huge J-Rock fans, and some of our favorite music artists include Monok Rock, Survives of the Prophet, and Yavi, who is the one I'm actually listening to while drawing today. Music truly is an experience that's amazing and universal, no matter what language an artist sings or performs in. So my question for you today is, what are your biggest musical influences? Or your favorite artist, band, or song? Let us know. I'd love to hear your recommendations. Anyways, that's it for today. See you tomorrow for day 6. Welcome to day 6 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Today's prompt is fireplace. I love fireplaces. They're warm, they're cozy, you can sit up next to them with a drink like hot cocoa, or snuggle up with your favorite book under a warm blanket. They're wonderful, and they're also like one of the quintessential winter comforts. As a kid, I remember walking home from school in the snow, and occasionally one of the houses I walked by would smell like a fire being lit in the fireplace. And I'd always think to myself, man, I really wish that could be me. I'm freezing my socks off right now walking home, and you get to be next to a fireplace? Ugh, I'm so jealous. But there would also be a fireplace channel on TV, and then you could pretend you had one just like it. Honestly, I don't even know if they exist anymore. And of course, it's not a real replacement for the real deal, like an actual fireplace. But maybe if you light a few candles, drape yourself with a heated blanket, grab a hot drink, and let your imagination do some heavy lifting, you'll get pretty close. Heck, who knows? Maybe if you imagine hard enough, even Santa will pay you a visit eventually. I'm joking, of course, but as much as I love fireplaces in the winter, this prompt really put me through the ringer. Let me introduce you to the character I'm drawing today, Ruby. She's kind, joyful, and motherly, and she honestly deserves an apology. From me. No matter what I did, her face just didn't seem to be quite right. Sometimes as an artist, you just have bad days. Things aren't really turning out the way you want them to, and in the moment, you ask yourself, like, really? It has to be now? And yeah, it just happens. And it's important to sometimes just take your bad days in stride. Sure, there'll be good and the bad, but you'll keep improving and the bad will always pass. You trudge along and keep going. Forgive yourself, and maybe after a long winter's day, like today, snuggle down next to your own 10-hour fireplace video running in the background on loop with a drink in hand, and when Santa comes, call the police. It's January. Anyways, that's it for day 6 of our challenge. If you'd like to join us for the next 359 days, you're always welcome to. And of course, before you go, let us know what your cozy comforts are during the winter. Thanks for joining us, and see you tomorrow for day 7. Welcome to day 7 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. It's a little crazy to me that it's already been 1 whole week since we started, 51 more weeks to go. Moving on, today's prompt is Northern Lights. There's no way you haven't heard about the Northern Lights before. It's one of the most beautiful natural wonders and sights in the world. Usually you can see them all the way up north on a day with a clear sky, though I don't think you can see them year-round. I always thought that they would dance in front of your eyes in the sky, bright like a natural nightlight curtain. But I only found out recently that unless it's really strong, in a lot of places you actually can't see them with your naked eye. You need to use a camera to take photos to see them. Cloudy skies, light pollution, you really need to be a little bit strategic when you want to go out to see them, huh? So anyways, today when I started drawing, I was like, no, I'm not going to draw nothing in the sky just because you can't always see them in real life. I'm going to show them in full color. Like, it's the prompt, it's the subject, it's gonna be there no matter what. And so I made sure I left enough space to draw a starry sky, trees for a foresty vibe, in the snow, and the main protagonist of our webcomic, Ray. Ray's the kind of guy that would love this sort of stuff. A quiet, cozy evening, sitting in nature, looking out at the stars and just enjoying it. That's the kind of vibe, you know? Do you have any stories looking at the Northern Lights? Or maybe where you live you might not be able to see them, but have some other beautiful natural wonders. Let us know. Anyways, that's it for today. See you tomorrow for day 8 and a new week. Welcome to day 8 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. If there's one thing I feel like the fashion industry has yet to figure out how to market, I think that thing is Argyle. If you don't know what Argyle print is, it's one of those really blocky diamond patterns, probably associated with wise elderly librarians or your grandma's old sweaters on a cold winter's day. Which, to no one's surprise, doesn't always scream fashionable. But I think, as long as you dress it up correctly, I think even Argyle has its place. And yeah, maybe it sometimes seems a little bit bookish, but I think the classic diamond patterns can also give a warm, but also put together whimsicality that a lot of designs really just can't pull off. That being said, it could just be me, but I haven't seen anyone wear Argyle in literally forever. Is it time to bring Argyle back, or should it just stay in the classics looks pile forever? And when was the last time you saw someone wear Argyle print? Let us know. Anyways, that's it for day 8 of our challenge. If you'd like to join us for the next 357 days, you're always welcome to. And before you go, if you'd like to follow along with this week's prompts, they're posted to our socials on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 9. Help, the bed is a trap. Is probably a phrase you'd never expect me to say, but I believe wholeheartedly that this is 100% true. Welcome to day 9 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. When I think of my bed, I think of a soft and inviting mattress, warm and snuggly blankets, a comfy pillow, my phone in my hand while I doom scroll before bed, and it really is a trap designed to keep you there forever. It might not be productive, but man is it relaxing and I don't want to escape. I don't know if this is a love letter to my bed, sleep in general, or I've just gone crazy, but today's prompt is cozy, and honestly, I really can't think of anything cozier. Everybody needs a lazy day and time to unwind, so if it's both good and bad, is the bed really a trap? Is the bed a Schrodinger's bed? Well, anyways, while we ignore that question, I'm going to lie in my cozy trap of a bed. What cozy things do you have or do in your life? Let us know. Who knows, maybe we'll all be stuck in bed for the rest of today. Good night, sweet dreams, and see you tomorrow for day 10.